Change the narrative is back. What up, ma'am?
I hope we ain't back with that virus. You know what I'm saying? That corona. You know what I'm saying?
Man, we're laughing to keep from crying right now.
Yeah, it is, man. It sucks right now. You know, everything is going haywire. You go to the store, you can't find no toilet tissue. You go to the store, you barely can find meat, water. You know what I mean? What's worse? The worst thing you can have right now is a chick that don't know how to cook and a chick that don't know how to read.
I thought you were going to say something like not have money in your pocket.
Nah, your money. Listen, man. The worst thing in this timing right now, if you got stuck under the coronavirus bonanza, is a chick that don't know how to cook and a chick that don't know how to read. 'Cause guess what?
We're homeschooling.
You got to homeschool right now. All the kids are out. You know what I'm saying?
And we have no idea when they're going back.
I think it's a wrap for this year, man. 2020 for these kids is over.
Man, you know how many parents are like just freaking out over the fact that they have to homeschool.
And this is what
I'm chilling like I do this all the time.
You do this all the time. You got your own business, man. You run your own. You're an entrepreneur, so you're good. But for those ones who have these chicks that have a hard time adding them words together, man. Hey, man, I salute you, bro. In addition to that, if your chick can't cook and you can't cook,
you
bent and out of shape, bro. Like it's a rough situation for you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We're laughing about it, and it's funny because people make fun of it, but I just really think everyone kind of understands.
I mean, you got to find satire in this type of situation because, to be honest with you, if you really sit down and start to think about all the stuff that's going on in regards to this disease, man, it's very depressing.
Right, and
you watch the news, is very depressing.
Yeah, and you'll do what most Americans and people around the world are already doing: panicking.
Yeah, well, I can't. For me, man, I can't function off panic. When I panic, I don't make good decisions. Right. So I always try to keep a level head. That's why it's good to laugh about it, but at the same time, keep the seriousness behind in you. So.
Right. So we're to the point here in America, the richest country in the world. Right, where we are way behind on this virus and getting a hand on it. We can't get a grasp of it. It's gone.
Man.
People are freaking out.
Man.
I mean, we're fighting over toilet papers in the stores.
If anything, this disease has done, this coronavirus has done, is to expose us here in the United States. For example, I did not know. Did you know that we only have 100,000 ventilators in the entire country? And out of 100,000 ventilators, about 20% right now is being used for people who need it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we have 100,000 ventilators in a country that have 300 million plus.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you're talking ventilators. Look at hospitals, hospital beds.
Yeah.
Those are the concerns the richest country in the world is having right now.
We have a million hospital beds throughout the entire country, with a country over 300 million. You know what I'm saying?
It's ridiculous.
And it's just crazy what we prioritize. You know what I mean? And that's why I always say, man, when things are good, it's always good till it's not. You know what I mean? And this disease is really trying to expose everything. And for those, man, what's coming down the pipe financially, I think
worrisome.
people really got to brace for it. I mean, you got to talk about the disease right now. We'll get into the numbers here shortly. But we also got to, talk about the coming, depression or the recession that can probably lead to depression. Because the numbers that I'm hearing, man, I'm hearing numbers where unemployment can shot up to almost 20%. And as we know, we got friends and families that are already losing their jobs.
Already lost their jobs. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So you want to get into some of the numbers right now with the coronavirus and what it's doing worldwide and here in the States?
Yes. So right now in the U.S., we have over 5,800 cases.
Whoa.
And we have about 100
confirmed dead
that we know of from the virus.
Dang.
Globally, though, there's over 7,500 deaths.
Whoa.
From this.
Yo. That's crazy.
And there's no cure.
No cure right now.
No vaccination
right
now.
The vaccine will be about a year and a half. You know what I mean? And what's so crazy, man? You know what's so crazy? Like, I don't even trust the numbers they got out because the scientists that I listen to, man, are saying that for every one person that is confirmed, that person is transmitting this disease to 5 to 10 people on average.
Because people don't know. Some people are
people
asymptomatic.
People don't know because
we don't have the testing.
Here in the States, we're not testing anybody. So these numbers are very, they're not accurate whatsoever. We haven't been tested. As a matter of fact, we test only about 60,000 people so far in a country of 300 million. This is depressing what's going on here, man. And to have our leaders, man, sitting there and just trying to take this light and try to make it political, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, well,
you know what I mean?
This is our same leader who said it was a hoax, Clint. So what can you expect?
Man, but this is depressing, man. But man, I'm gonna tell the folks who believe the same thing, man. I mean, it's sad. It's good right now. It's not there. It haven't been confirmed in Belize, and I'm noticing that in Belize they are taking some measures where, these guys are not playing. They're sending back some people. They are, screening folks in and out the country. They're shutting down schools, and they're giving the proper warning to the elderly and so on and so forth, which is all great and dandy, man. But at the same time, before the virus get there, man, please stop the killing, man. You know what I'm saying? I just saw they kill, some youngsters, and they shot this person almost 20, 40 times in their home.
It's ridiculous.
This is just crazy, man. Like,
you and I were talking, and we were saying the other day that, here we were concerned about scarcity, right?
Right.
Because we all know what happens when scarcity comes around and people get desperate.
Right.
And we were concerned that that's one of the things that we're scared of for Belize.
Right.
Man, we're not there. People, the streets are already red.
Yeah, what I'm scared of, man, is all these guns. That's on the streets of Belize.
We gotta stop, man.
This is what I'm saying. This is why we need to get our economic house in order, because we're at this economic impasse where a lot of our people are struggling.
Yeah.
The disease haven't even got there yet, and when they do, and I'm telling you, it's gonna shut everything down. Your entire world will change completely. You know what I mean? And once that happens, man, people who are starving and hungry will take whatever they're doing now and turn it up by 10. It will be 10 times worse. You know what I'm saying?
And that's scary,
and
man.
The vulnerable part of the population, the elderly, the young, they're the ones that's going to feel the most in a small country like Belize. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So just prayers up, man. This is serious.
It's beyond serious, man. And you want to get into how the disease really affects you, because there's a lot of myth going around. And the myth is, well, if I'm young and whatever, I'm pretty fine. Right.
So one of the things that I've heard a lot of is children can't get it, right? Okay. And that's not true. We saw in the news the other day a newborn baby was born with the coronavirus because his mom had it.
Correct.
And even if kids are, thank goodness, fortunately, only carriers, the kids will carry it to your household.
To your grandma and grandfather.
To your elderlies and stuff. So, so the people who are the most vulnerable are elderly, maybe like 65 and up, senior citizens.
Yes, right.
Or people who have pre-existing conditions, especially immune type.
Man, if you got any kind of respiratory problems, if you're smoking a lot of weed and cigarettes,
you know
what I mean? If you're drinking a bunch of hard liquor, you know what I mean? And haven't been to the doctor in over 2, 3, 4 years,
right?
You are at risk.
And sitting there saying, "Oh, I'm good. I'm 30. I'm good." We had a 40-year-old die today.
And it was so crazy about it, right? The doctors here are saying now that even if you're young and energetic, you will forever have respiratory problems
after you have the coronavirus.
After the coronavirus,
like you never fully recover. It's not like the flu that you get it, you're okay.
And in addition to that, you can get it again. So it's not a situation like the chicken pox where you got it and it go away and that's it. No, you can get it again, and it can damage your lungs and your entire immune system again. You know what I mean? So please, this is the time for us to really appreciate our elders, man, and look out for them, man. If you're someone again who's 60 and older, just try stay in. You know what I mean? But again, because Belize is so small and everybody's so connected, it's hard for that to happen because
the social distancing is going to be something very
you got
hard.
The young kids out of school running around playing with everybody. And again, the elderly would get it from, they say grandkids or a friend of the grandkids and so on and so forth. That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah,
you know
because the community is too small.
Communities are too small.
Tight-knit, too
and
small.
The part that I'm also worried about is the overloading that's going to have on the medical system. And the medical system down there is not equipped for none of this stuff. How many respiratory machines we got in Belize?
I have no idea.
That is a good question to find out.
I have no idea.
And what would Belize do if we have, say, 30,000 confirmed cases, 10,000 confirmed cases? How are we going to take care of these people? We don't want to get into a situation.
We're going to tell them to stay home.
We don't want to get into a situation where we are picking and choosing who live and who die.
Well, they're already doing that in Italy.
That's what they're doing in Italy.
We see the effects
That's what they're doing in Italy.
Right?
That's correct. They're picking and choosing who lives and who dies.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things why I wanted to point out, because this is not a game. I listen to some people act like it's a hoax or it's something to play with. Man, no, man. No, it's time for us to get serious. You know what I'm saying? So
it's time. So on a